Right, so we are on board, I believe. Okay, so we're going to go broadcast, sorry. From the middle. So as we see, the driver's getting pushed in. He's now reset the camera. Excellent. There we go. 5 red lights. And we're away, so you should see the drivers going.
Everyone kind of holding position here, coming up to this vital first corner.
Yeah, everyone being sensible, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy just yet. Very
Yeah,
disappointing.
just yet. Seeing a little bit of debris flying up, so there's a wing,
Oh,
there's a side
yep.
plate, I think.
And I believe that was Somther's wing into the back of Hodgson just there.
Yeah, quite
Actually,
possibly. Some more
I
debris.
must
Oh,
have
that maybe
misspoken.
leaves, actually. Camera trolling me. So as it stands, nothing crazy.
A very slow start, actually. No real amount of acceleration from anybody here. Everyone's kind of keeping a low speed, getting a feel for the track, especially those who didn't come to qualifying.
Let's see if we can find out who this side plate really is then. So that's Hodgson's side plate. Oh, Glenn's side plate, apologies.
Wow, okay. Yeah, Flyer definitely taking the lead there, though. You know, same as in qualifying. He seems to know this track really, really well.
So Glenn giving ground, going into the pits. That makes sense, okay. So he's not going to gamble with that side plate. He needs the downforce.
Especially around the lubricant
Yellow
corner,
flag safety car. What's going on here then, boys? I ain't got a clue. Oh, there's a Stolben puncher.
Oh.
And now it's fixed
I wonder
itself.
where that was.
Oh, okay, it's gone again.
And now I don't have to eat a sock.
Hopefully the interval timers fix themselves shortly. As we see Hodgson sending it down the outside. Oh, love tap there.
That's dangerous work on simulation damage.
It is indeed, but Charman are defending that really well.
Poor Callie, having to watch the race from the outside here.
Because
of a single kebab incident.
Look at these two lovers in the chat. Hey, we didn't miss much. Get a room, you two.
I've no idea who's in chat. I can't see chat.
Couchy and Callie.
Oh, right, okay.
So Hodgson getting the position on those mediums past Charman and Nerd. Charman and Nerd doing enough to hold him off. We see Khan moving up to 6th. A benefactor of those early incidents, meaning he gets 3 places.
I mean, it was a benefactor of the early incidents, but what you got to remember is that some of it, as we saw earlier on but didn't touch on, it was just him muscling his way through the pack. I mean, it was just impressive driving, even on those hards. Surprisingly, I know that Glenn's fallen far behind now, but there was no real rivalry racing between the rookie Glenn and professional Blaze there either.
So obviously Glenn's side plate coming off basically meant he had to pit, and he's now pitted onto hard, so unfortunate is what it is.
Yeah.
As we see Calm now sending it down the inside, nice and easy with that DRS.
Wow.
Getting the position on Sunny. On the hards, no less.
On the hards against the mediums, it's just disappointing to see, really. You take those medium choices to have the edge on all these hard tyre races, and you're still being overtaken. Understandably so, given the fact that it's calm, but still.
Next? We do see Dan in the pits. And I can't really tell if there's any damage. Doesn't seem it, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's on those softs. But 6 laps, swapping off. Maybe, I mean, as we spoke about at the start, maybe he's just, you know, he's realised his safety car gamble hasn't paid off, and he's calling it quits earlier rather than later.
There's a lot of good drivers below Sonny right now.
There are, and it's good to see. You know, Cradden will probably be very happy with this outcome, as long as things stayed the same as they do now.
But you've got to think, if you're Cradden, are you not kicking yourself right now thinking that you could be pushing for that top couple of spots?
I mean, he would be, but given the reason that he's not here, you've got to imagine that he doesn't feel too bad about it, right? He's happy his team's getting points, and that's all that really matters.
True. We do see Calm, again, still looking for that position. Hodgson, sorry, Calm taking the position, and now he's looking to catch up onto Hodgson. So up into 4th. Yeah, very much quite just a boring race. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the drivers in this race will be very happy with it being a boring race. As we'll go back to Calm, who's looking to make moves. He's the only one at the moment that seems to be pushing for positions.
Yeah, I think it's understandable, right? Everyone here, we're in kind of what I imagine is the back half of the season. Everyone here is
No,
just
we're still in
looking to
the
pick
first
up these
half.
save points. Oh, still in the first. Right, okay. Either way, everyone here is just looking to pick up the points, and there's 16 races on the track, so there's realistically only those 6 people that aren't going to make it. So, at least half the grid know for a fact these are free points. It's easy money, free real estate,
You see
in
Calm
fact.
going for the overtake, getting a free overtake on Hodgson. Can Hodgson battle back? They're going
He's
side to side,
trying.
Scone board.
You would
Calm
hope
getting his
so with
nose
those
ahead
mediums.
into the inside and gains position.
Wow. Taking a page out of Glenn's book, just dropping that nose in front and
Yeah.
never letting go.
So, but again, so we now see Blaze jumping Shadow Hopper. I don't think he was on soft to start with. He's definitely pitted.
Pitted onto softs.
Yeah.
Not sure about that one.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? So, into the start-finish straight we go. Shadow Hopper within half a second. It's gone board. Let's see if he can use that DRS, get the gap. He wants to get on the inside, to the left. That's it. There we go. Battling for that position back. Blaze sending it down the outside, though.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, good defending.
Really good defending.
Now he needs to defend the inside.
Not
Yeah,
even
really
just
good
defending,
Blaze.
it's a good comeback after giving it up for a moment or two there.
Notice that
Impressive
Shadow was
drive.
braking very early. Decided not to follow the brake early and go on the outside and get the position back. It's impressive.
I feel like it just comes across as more experience on this track and
Quite
racing
possibly.
in general. He just had more confidence in his own abilities, and ultimately it won in the battle. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice to
Fully
see.
agree.
So ultimately, from the position we're in right now, it may as well be a half Red Bull, top 4 right now.
So we see wheel-to-wheel
Ooh.
action. That was looking like a little bit of a dirty
skid.
move, I'll be honest. But
Yeah.
could be just a racing incident. I'm not too clued up on this. The stewards will obviously see that.
It's a
But Blaze,
difficult
again,
one.
not giving up the position.
It's definitely a dangerous move to go for, given the simulation damage. I'm very surprised that that's the second piece of contact we've had here, and no real repercussions from it.
Yeah. If that can happen, then Flyer and Calm can start using them each other.
To slingshot themselves past Trav, hopefully.
Absolutely. And Callie, if we stop waffling about shit so far down it's not relevant, then we never talk about you in a race, my guy.
Yeah.
So we see Flyer in the DRS now. Trav's pulling away, that ERS coming in clutch, holding up the distance.
I mean, you would hope that Flyer and Calm in comms, they've discussed Calm closing the gap. They have a plan of action now for the slingshot to secure that first place away from the Red Bulls.
And we see Charmander sending it late down the inside, really good maneuver. Hodgson not being able to defend that. Going side to side, see him in the mirror, just to the right hand side. But yeah,
I think he's holding. Yeah. Just as I was about to touch on the fact that, I mean, even if Charmander doesn't make that maneuver there, 13 laps on the mediums compared to 13 on the hards, like, Hodgson's going to have to go and pit eventually, right? So
true. And what's going to start to happen is going to be a big gap build up between the 4th position because of those mediums, because of the big gap already building. They're going to have to pit earlier. It is possible. Flyer has now started going to the pit. So it looks like he's going for the undercut strategy on Trav, hoping to come out, gain some extra time on Trav before Trav gets around and pits.
True, and I mean, yeah, mediums as expected. Of course, it would be mediums here. 15 lap mediums from Hodgson. It's definitely going to be a pit coming in next lap.
So he's going to come out just next to Sontha. There was a little bit of skid there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So just next to Sontha. So he's going to have a little bit
Not
more
a terrible
of
placement.
It's not terrible, it's not terrible.
He's within DRS range as well. I imagine he probably just slingshots himself right past that spot.
He's going for it right now.
As we see going.
He's been on the inside. He's going really narrow, and it's good, it's good.
That's a very, very good, mate. Like, that's a really, really good call.
That is Flyer Season 2. So we'll see if
you would expect it, right? Like, surely you would expect it. Fresh mediums compared to worn.
Good defending by Wellesley. Copy everything to yield. We do have another straight. We'll go on board for this one, so it's a little bit more action-packed. a lot more tighter to do though, so you don't often see overtakes in this section. But Copy going for it though. He's saying, you know what, Joycey, you are more than wrong, you big idiot. I'm going for this. Wheel to wheel, that is somebody's plate gone. That's side plate for Copy Fire. Gone with the wind. That's that downforce gone, and it's really struggle now.
Yeah, definitely. Which, so, I mean, you would think it would have to happen, right? Like, there's no way. But like Trav Charmander don't want to double up in the pits, and
Dan is DNF'd out of the session.
Wow!
I ain't got a clue where. We're just going up to him now. So it looks like there's been some sort of an incident, maybe a hold up. Just after this turn right here, the yellow flag's up. There we go.
I wonder whether...
and Flyer is out of the session! On the corner! The castle corner!
Not a chance. There's no way.
Right here. Oh
my
Flyer,
God.
my guy.
It's exactly what we hoped to God would not happen in yesterday's session. That it's such a perfect race for him, it seems, this week, that the only thing stopping him from taking that top spot was going to be himself, and...
yeah.
Wow. However, I imagine that will be a contested hot point in the Racers Lounge afterwards.
Okay, so it looks like the safety car is in this lap, judging by the fact that the racers are dropping back now to create that gap. So, for those that aren't sure what's happening right now, the safety car will cross the start-finish line. That will mean that Trav can then race. Trav restarts the race by whenever he accelerates off. Once he has done that acceleration, he cannot then stop, so everyone can go. So as soon as that happens, you'll see. But until he does, they have to stay behind him.
So what's the realistic limit of how long in this race he can force everyone to stay behind him?
Pretty much the start-finish line.
Really? Wow, so he could... oh, just in that one lap. He couldn't hold them here for the next 5 laps.
No.
Right, okay.
So you look, he's holding them, he's creating a big gap, bunch of them all up, and then he goes, look.
Right, okay. Makes sense.
And now we're back racing.
Understandable.
And what usually happens, so I will go broadcast mode and go back, is because they all bunch up, there are incidents left, right and centre, everyone hits each other, and then we have another safety car.
It's basically just like a new fresh start to the race, really, as we see a lot of shuffling around.
Yeah, basically it is.
Glenn, up in 6th, really benefiting from this whole situation.
Absolutely. And a Ferrari 356 out of nowhere.
Yeah. Of Somther just worming his way in there to 4th.
Yep, indeed. From what I've heard, he will go into like time trials and whatnot and do really silly lines to see how much time he shaves. And it doesn't matter if he crashes out, he just restarts. But he practices really crazy lines. Speaking of which, let's see if we see any of them now.
Given that information, I wonder whether that's rubbed off. Oh, as we see Wellesley DNFing. Wow, I wonder what's happened there.
Figure out where that is.
Oh, just seemingly just on a wall, not even...
Yeah, potentially an incident, potentially a push. No safety car, even though there's a car literally in the middle of the track. Good game.
You would assume, though, that there's nowhere really to crash there. So you would have to imagine that it would be...
Calm, fastest lap so far. Looking to gain on Trav. Absolutely.
You know,
it's an exceptional thing.
It's fantastic to see.
On to the last lap. Calm, this is your moment. This is your chance. Can you do it? Trav, quite the equal statement. Oh, Calm with a bad exit.
And I think that bad exit, and he knows it, that bad exit has solidified this race for him.
So Trav, you can hold on. Monty overtaking Blaze now. Wow. I don't want to change right here because it could be one corner, one slip up, one gap, one bad exit. Anything could cause this race to flip on its head. Trav's surely feeling the nerves, surely getting the pressure.
It's a close one. Everyone knows the kind of the circumstances they're under. One more lap, and then this awful race is behind them.
To explain, Callie, Brandon often calls Glenn a rookie and says that he's a rookie mistake, and he should be driving because he's a rookie. And every week, Glenn gets more points than him. That's usually where the meme comes from. My guy. I'm aware he's been racing since season 1. So, Calm, can you do it? Oh, he's got a penalty! That's it. Race over.
Yeah. Definitely.
See Monty get a penalty as well, which means Brandon will most likely get that position back. And Stolbend
obviously,
having a
Stolbend.
penalty.
3 laps, nearly 3 laps behind the next person.
Yeah. So we'll see where these penalties put the drivers. We'll see them cross the start-finish line, which means Glenn has retired. Glenn!
Wow, he DNF'd. That's not a
Crashed.
retire. He's hit the wall. Oh, just. Oh my God. On the last inch of the race.
I feel like I jinxed that.
Yeah, I feel like he did. We never explain the rookies gets points memes ever.
Blame
And the
Callie.
one time you had to explain it to kebab eating idiot in chat.
To Kebabi. To
jinxed him.
Kebali. That's how it works.
And now, after he DNF'd from the race, he's going to go DNF from his raid. You know, stand in some AoE shit. He's going to die. His tanks are going to die, and you've just solidified Glenn's evening, Tracy. So I hope that you're happy with yourself.
I'm ecstatic with myself. I'll be honest.
You know, Glenn's nose is impeccable. It's sniffing out victory, but it seems like even he couldn't have sniffed out this defeat.
Can't believe he's done that. Cannot believe he's done that.
Calm, driver of the day, not to be unexpected, you know, 11th place to second, whilst to us, it might be just a standard thing now, but the game has no idea.
Got his nose caught in the barrier. I would be interested to see what happened, because, yeah, it seems crazy. Look at this.
There was no way that was there's no way that was a solo incident, right? Oh my God, the tyres, the amount of tyres Stolbend went through.
So let's go through the penalties and the pit stops and all the. This is literally like a Stolbend master sheet right now, and all the everything else. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have your winner for today is Travis, Calm in second, Hodge in third. You can obviously see the rest. Thank you very much for joining us in this race.